So Bancroft, Ontario, that's kind of the place where, when did you move to Bancroft? Were you born in Bancroft?
I was actually born here. Well, I was born in Peterborough in the hospital. My parents were going to the way shopping, and I popped out, right? So.
But you were, but you were living in Bancroft as a baby?
Yeah, I've lived here my entire life, except for a 4-year stint. I went out to Alberta to start fighting, but that was it. It wasn't legal in Ontario at the time, so I had to make the move if I wanted to just go for a career in this.
Tell me about a young Cody. Young Cody growing up in Bancroft. What kind of sports were you into growing up?
So I played the soccer, Timbit soccer over in Lamab. I played that as a young kid. As soon as I could play football, though, I joined the T-Ox football team. I was one of 3 students in grade 6 who actually got to play in grade 6 and got chosen, but there was like 50, 60 students, so there's always kids that get cut every year. I was one of the lucky ones that got chosen. So I played slot back for the first year. I had to go super hard. I tried to keep up with everybody. They ended up putting me in a running back, seeing that I could run a ball really good, and I had quick feet, so it was fun. So I adapted to be one of the best players by the time I was in grade 8. But you can only be as good as your team, right? So the whole time I was playing T-Ox and I was watching T-Ox and watching football, I was watching mixed martial arts the whole time, so I kind of already got a feed into it. Watching Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture back in the day, really getting a hold of people. Chris Lieben back in the day. Then Anderson Silva took over them all. But like that's originally what I was watching when I was playing football in the day. I knew there was wrestling in high school, so I figured we'll try in this little karate gym in town. I went to it. I wasn't really impressed by it by any means. The wrestling, though. The wrestling in grade 9, I was very lucky to have a national champion coach. So the one girl on our team actually won nationals, so that was incredible just to have that kind of experience and see somebody get to that level and win. That's cool. Shows you anybody can do it, right? So I pushed the ball on my end and just went hard.
So watching, like you mentioned, the Chris Liebens, the Anderson Silvas, did you want to fight when you were watching those guys? Did you have that want to try to get into professional mixed martial arts?
I told myself since I was a kid I'd beat these guys right up. Since I was watching them on TV, I could tell how they worked, and I could tell their work ethic wasn't nearly as hard as mine. I grew up in Harcourt, right? So that's about 35 kilometers away from Bancroft. I was 12 years old biking back and forth just to hang out with my friends for something to do. So I knew for a factor, as long as I trained as hard as I could, by the time I hit 18, 19 years old, my cardio alone and how much I want to do this will push me to the next level easily. So yeah, for sure, I always looking at these guys like, fuck, maybe I'll get to fight one of these guys one day. Being honest, that was my true goals, take these guys out, the same guys I see on TV, right?
And for those who don't know, Harcourt, let them know about Harcourt. There's not even maybe a store there?
Yeah, there's one store. That's a little gas station. That's it. And so other than that, it's animals. Bears, wolves, everywhere.
Woods. Yeah, it's woods and lakes. And
I know 10 minutes from Algonquin Park.
Yeah, so it's not really maybe a hamlet you would call it, like not even a town or a village. Like
no, you drive through it, you missed it.
To get to your next biggest place, Bancroft, the big town with 3,500 people. Back then, though, we're probably looking at more like 2,400 people. Like
it was
people
super
that don't
small.
know Bancroft, it's a tiny town.
Yeah, it was super, super tiny growing up here.
What got you into when you first were going to go pro? Who led you in the direction to go pro?
All right, well, when I got into some trouble back when I was in Bancroft, and like everybody knew what my goal was to try and get in the ring. So I got in a little bit of trouble around town, and then I decided, all right, you're either gonna make it or you're gonna break it. So I flew to Alberta. I started living in Edmonton, and I went down to a gym. It was actually called Black Sheep MMA, and I was just lucky, super lucky. It was just a small little gym, but the head trainer was Steve Bergeron. Steve Bergeron was like, I didn't know who the fuck he was at the time, right? Like I didn't know who he was. I didn't really care. I was coming out to show everybody who the fuck I am. That's it. I found out there's a couple fighters in the gym. One guy had 10 pro fights. One guy had 6 pro fights. One guy was in the UFC. So that was the big man I was kind of interested, right? So that big man's Tim Hague. So Tim Hague passed away in the fucking ring when I was out there. I cornered him in a fight right before me, so that's pretty fucked up. But like, being honest, just shows you, you know what I mean? He died a warrior. That's what he wanted, right? Sucks though, because he has family. But we got to train hard, Joe. Train hard. You got to like see what I was about. I was a little lightweight. I sparred with that man for the first time ever. He was 285, 6'5". Been in the UFC before. I asked, after beating up a couple guys in the gym, like wrestling them, dummying everybody. They're like, well, this guy had 10 fights, you just crushed him. This guy had 6 fights, you just crushed him. Here, how's your stand-up? Because it was just wrestling and submissions, right? So I was mauling them being a nationally ranked wrestler. They're like, oh, go try this. I was like, all right, sounds good, let's try it. So I instantly went over here. So when I went over here, I was like, all right, I hopped into the cage with fucking Tim Hague. So I hopped in the cage with him, I put some headgear on, and they're like, oh, like, take a knee if he hurts you. Take a fucking knee. Like, I'm used to street fighting, buddy. Like, I'm not fucking taking a knee on no man. Like, what the fuck? So we start going. He's lighting me up. He hits me with a couple big ones, bombs my nose, breaks my face a few times. Like, he broke my nose probably 4 or 5 times in 3 minutes that I was sparring him because I didn't move my head very well. I learned that very quickly. I got to move my fucking head. But they all learned, holy fuck, this kid don't stop. He'll just take a shot and keep coming. So I just kept hunting him. The last 30 seconds, I had him up against the cage because I'm like stalking him as he's hitting me. Well, doesn't he try and hit me with a fucking straight right? I timed it and hit him with a double leg takedown and got him on his back up against the cage and started hitting him. It was only 15, 20 seconds, but it was enough where all the coaches and he alone was like, fuck, like, where'd you come from? I told him, Bancroft, little place in the bushes of Ontario, small little town. You guys probably never even heard of it. I'm gonna make everybody know it.
Wow.
So it was crazy. It was a cool experience just to get out there. And he used to drive me home from practice all the time because like he was from Edmonton and we ended up living in the same area at the time. So it was kind of neat. He'd take me home after practice. We'd shoot shit. He'd always tell me, well, you really think you're that good? You think you're going to be that good? I said, buddy, watch one day. Watch one day. I am going to be what I am. That's it. That's all I know. So it was kind of cool. I got the opportunity to spar with a big man, a heavyweight that used to be in the UFC. He didn't have the greatest career, but he's a guy, right? And I looked at him like he was my coach, right? So I just put it in. Every time they wanted to put work in, let's get to work, right? So I meet up with him all the time. It didn't matter what time the gym opened, what time the gym closed. If he reached out to me wanting to train, I was ready. Let's go. I only got one thing in life to do is try and make it, right? So like I was there in the works of it, right? So it was sick. It was a good time, right? But
is that the same camp that you continued your professional MMA career with?
Well, that's actually the ones that gave me the opportunity. So Steve actually knows the owner of Unified. So back in the day, Unified was a smaller division. Now it's the biggest promotion in Canada. I had luckily the opportunity because my coach knew him. So he said, hey, I got this young little fighter. Do you guys have amateur cards? He goes, fuck, Cody, sorry, we don't have amateurs. So they had me set up to go down in the States to be on some national thing in the States, to be on a world championship amateur tournament. And then I told him, broke the news. I said, sorry, man, I got a criminal record. I said, they won't let me in the States. He went, what? I said, yeah, man, sorry. I said, fuck. I said, I'm down to fight, though. I said, I don't care how much money it is. Just get me in the ring. Like, I'll fight. Let's do it. You know, so he took that as, really, let's do it. So I had told him yes. I signed a contract. He had three fighters pull out on me, trying to get fights for me, and it was weird how nobody wanted to fight me. I'm just a nobody. Nobody knew who I was, right? Well, then I took a fight against Cole Dixon. Cole Dixon at the time, I didn't know, it was his first pro MMA fight. He had a bunch of amateur fights. He wrestled for Team Canada and shit. I didn't know any of this fucking shit at the time. His younger brother and sister were both undefeated at professional MMA. This guy's been their coach the whole fucking time. I didn't know this. I'm going out there like, all right, let's fucking go, right? Boom, takes me down. I'm a good fucking wrestler. And this guy was fast, man. Fucking fast at lightweight, eh? So he took me down a few times. Then he got on top of me and he was just laying there the one time. And he was just laying on me. I fucking hit him with like a little hip and I felt him go up. So I hit him with a re-roll. As soon as I was on top, I kneed him in the belly. He didn't like that. And then I got on his back instantly when he went to roll and fucking choked him until he tapped, right? So that was the first one I got. Honestly, it's the only one I got right now, but that's the only time I actually had a team getting in the ring. So it's pretty cool. But it felt good to get that, right? After that, my gym closed down that I was in. Tim Hague passed away 6 months later. Steve Bergeron dipped. He went and opened up a jiu-jitsu thing down in Las Vegas and do a couple different striking gyms. He went down there. He's a real estate agent with money, right? So he had his career and his fun. So he moved on to bigger things to help teach more people and to bless his knowledge onto more people, right? So he's a cool man for doing that. But like, he got me in there, right? Well, after I got that 1-0, all of a sudden I got calls from everybody. Hey, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Hey, I'm a street fighter. I can't turn on a fucking fight, man. I don't give a fuck. You want to fight? Well, let's go, I guess. Like, start swinging. See what happens, right? So, like, that's all it went down, man. I took down a whole bunch of fights after that. 3 days notice, 7 days notice, 2-week notice. Fuck, I haven't had a fight for more than 2-week notice for all my fights except for my first one. So, I just can't wait to have the opportunity at heavyweight now and fight some big, slow guys. Because I ain't slow no more. Not compared to everybody else. So it's going to be fun.
And that's what you want to get into now is you bare knuckle boxing.
Well, I'm down to do bare knuckle boxing. See, actually, I can correct this for you right now because I've honestly been out in the open trying to fight anybody. I've been offering boxing
MMA,
fights, MMA, bare knuckle. I had 4 different fight contracts when I took that fight contract for bare knuckle. It was just that was the first one that actually sent me a contract. All the other promotions are like, oh, would you fight this guy? I just reply yes. I don't think about it. I just gotta reply yes. I don't need to know who the fuck you are. You're another human being, and I've been training my whole life to show everybody what I'm about. I don't care who you are. Sign that line. We'll get in there. We'll get busy. That's it. Let's just sign that line and let's get going, right?
Compared to a lot of fighters who will pick and choose.
Yes, a lot of fighters
to have the easiest path to where they want to be. You don't care.
No, I know I'll make it where I need to go at the end of days. I'm not worried. I will fight anybody until the right people see me, and then everybody in the world will get to see the opportunity. Other than that, I don't really mind. I'll just sit there and train. Everybody around me knows I know my thing. I can train anybody and I'll teach anybody in 30 minutes I can change a man. Teach you how to move properly just instantly. So I don't care. I'm just waiting to take over the world in the MMA career and boxing, fighting, whatever the fuck it comes down to, man. In all honesty, it's just a combat sport. I'm just ready to take over people, man. So it's gonna be fun.
And in the meantime, now you are training other young people. And tell us about your gym.
So I actually opened Bancroft Boxing and Grappling. I opened it April 1st. So I've had over 130 people come to this gym since April 1st. To this date, I've got over 80 plus members for monthly memberships. It's actually a dream come true. I never thought it would be like this in under a year. So it's crazy. I know in early next year, I already have an opportunity to double my space. So from turning 1,200 feet to 2,400 feet, will give me an opportunity to have a small boxing ring in here, have a little children's zone, really have things going so the community has no excuses not to train. If I'm in here giving you guys free childcare because there's a room in here you can come train in, what are you guys gonna say? Oh, I have children, I'm busy, this and that. You can't. Come drop your kids off while you get in class. That's all you gotta do, right? We just gotta train. It'll change the life of everybody. It'll make you feel better healthy. It'll help your confidence. Fuck, it'll just make you feel better in general. Like your whole body releases endorphins to just make you feel good, right? So
you've got kids classes, women's classes.
Yeah.
Teens, adult?
Yeah, I actually have kids classes, women's classes. I have all age classes. I'm adapting to have a jiu-jitsu program in the near future. Hopefully January I can get a professor in here to help out with that, and things will be really cool by then.
But you're definitely no slouch at jiu-jitsu, but...
Nah, I'm really good at no-gi jiu-jitsu. It's just I'm not gonna sit there and wear a belt and tell you I'm a black belt when I'm not. I'll wrestle black belts and they won't get me. But when we got their shirts on, I'm not going to show you all the little touches that I think somebody that has only done jiu-jitsu could come in and teach the kids properly from the ground up. I was blessed to learn wrestling. So if I'm wrestling and teaching wrestling, it might have a little bit of submissions thrown in there once in a while just for the fun of it. Because I really love submissions, but yeah, I'd rather have somebody only do jiu-jitsu come in here and just teach the young little ones, and then I can go through maybe Rebel Alliance, maybe another one. I'm just working on a few crowds to see who I want to be able to get the kids and everybody to be graded under. I want to have everybody under proper structure, so I got a couple good ones in mind, so I'm just being picky, being honest. I'm being picky right now on who I want, right?
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Right?
No, if you as a coach, you want the best for your students.
100%. 100%. I want every athlete in here to have the opportunity to either make it and go somewhere in the future, or to be able to walk around later in life and know that they're safe. Doesn't matter who comes in here. I know after 30 minutes, you're going to be a changed person, whether you learn how to throw your hips better, whether you learn how to defend yourself, or you learn how to be light on your feet and move a little bit differently. I will teach you something. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. If you come in here, I will teach you something. So
I'll make sure to put the phone number and schedule.
Thank you so much.
Up to let people know when they can contact you, how to contact you, and when they can come in and get classes going.
Thank you so much. Anybody's welcome, and I always give away a free class for anybody that wants to come down. If you're in any other gyms and you have been training in the future or trained in the past, come get some. Let's roll. It's good to learn. We can all learn off everybody, right?
So if they come in, they check it out. They want to check it out, and free trial class.
100%. Always. Always. I got to give everybody the chance to see if they actually like it or not. Mixed martial arts isn't for everybody, but I would suggest it's for 95% of humanity, if you ask me.
Bancroft, take this man up on that offer. Come on into the gym.
We're here. We're here.
Anything else you want to say about the gym, about anything?
Honestly, I got one big thing. I haven't even really announced it yet, so I figure I'll just let you guys know. Let it live go, right? So, if you got any family members around here that are tough, anybody that thinks they're a good fighter, this or that, anybody who has an option, maybe they love mixed martial arts, they never thought they'd have an opportunity to actually take it to a level. I am that level. I am opening a mixed martial arts promotion in the spring.
Oh, wow.
So everybody that comes to this gym will have an opportunity if they feel right, and if I feel just by how much time they put in, to get an opportunity to step into amateur combat. So any fighters out there, let's go. We're here.
And that's the thing about fighting, there's a referee. Like, you take a look at hockey. I loved fighting in hockey. I loved fighting in hockey because I knew no matter what happened, there was a referee to stop it. There's rules involved. Out on the street, I'm going to talk myself out of a fight a million times until it has to happen.
100%.
But you get somebody in there that wants to fight, and you've got a referee, and it's a controlled environment. It's a whole different game. It's a whole different game.
It's gonna be really neat. So I'll give you guys a little blurb. We're gonna be called Cottage Country Combat League. Nice. Check us out.
Cottage Country Combat, new league coming up out of Bancroft, Ontario.
Out of Bancroft, Ontario. We'll have promotions out of Bancroft and Halliburton to begin with. But you never know, if things pop off, all Cottage Country might handle us. You never know, in the future we might even take over from cities, eh?
I wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of tough boys come out of Bancroft.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see. It'll be cool to see. Give everybody the opportunity, right?
And they got one of the toughest right here coaching.
Yeah, so. I'm hoping a little bit of my passion and a little bit of how much hard work I put in. I hope that just rubs off on everybody, just a little bit. They don't need to go hard, but just a little bit of me rubs off on them. I know they'll work good, they'll train good. Fuck, anybody will want to hire a man from here, because you know they're gonna work hard, because I push you harder than you can imagine.
That's awesome. I can't wait for that. You know, I'm gonna be front row.
I know you will be. It'll be sweet. It'll be sweet, man. Hopefully somebody gets some blood on you.
Oh, it'll be all right. Right on the camera.
Right.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate this opportunity to speak with you, and thanks a lot for having me in.
Thank you, and I appreciate it more than you know. It's going to be really, really cool in the near future. So I appreciate everybody in this town, and I appreciate you for helping me get the word out to the town and let everybody understand that this is reality.
My pleasure.
It's here.
after meeting you. You are an absolute great guy. And I didn't know what to expect coming into this gym for the first time. What was that, about 6 or 8 months ago?
Yeah,
Maybe when we first met?
Yeah, about 6 months ago, I'd say now.
I mean, you never know walking into a gym how the coach is going to be. You never know if they're going to be a big meathead who's just screaming at everybody, wants everybody to learn like right away. You are so easygoing with everybody that I've seen, and you're there to help them. You're not like you're an incredible person to me, man. And I'm really glad I got to meet you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right. Cody, the Constrictor Purtell.